USTEC 100, popularly known as the Nasdaq, and in fact we had our buy position being taken out of yesterday at break even. Now let's run through how the week started for us and what really went on here. Now at the beginning of the week, we acknowledged that price action was in fact trading below our key level, which was situated at the 15,450 level, as you will see here. And well, the reason why we actually bought below our key level in this case scenario was because of the bullish momentum that began at the beginning of this week. Now remember, we saw this bullish momentum here where price action started around the 15,475 level, and we saw higher highs and higher lows within that range, giving us a clue that we might likely be seeing a bullish momentum. And in fact, I made mention that we should be I bought above this level, I told you, and I said for those who missed out, let's see price retest the structure, which actually did, to incite this uptrend continuation. And in fact, price moved about how many pips in our favor? About 30 pips in our favor before the bearish momentum came in. And I do hope you moved your stop losses accordingly to secure the position. And if you had done that, you must have been taken out had a worst case scenario break even on this one. Now remember, we had a range here. This was our range at the beginning of the week where price was confined within, and we said you know how we use our key levels and range here. Now one of the things I said here yesterday is that considering the fact that price remains below our key level here, there are chances that selling pressure could resume around that area. And in fact, if it resumes, I told us that a breakdown of the 15,525 will be all we need to join a bearish move, while a further breakdown of that ascending trend line will welcome more selling opportunities. So for me personally, I missed out on this one right here, and in fact the market did not come back to retest that structure, so I had to position myself just right below the 15,475 level to capitalize on the downtrend continuation, which of course is what is going on right now. And for those who took advantage of this one from the 15,525, you will currently have price running with about 65 pips in your favor. And if you are taking advantage of the second one here, you'll have price move in about 20 pips in your favor at this point in time. So I will be advising you right now to move your stop losses accordingly to secure your current sell position. And what I think here is having your stop losses anywhere around the 15,510 and the 15,480 area. Let's secure our position around this area, while we of course at the same time give enough room for price action to breathe. Now, with a well-secured position, what is going to be our plans for today? How do we intend to manage our position and position ourselves for more opportunities during the New York session? Well, the first thing I would like us to do here is to acknowledge the downtrend. Of course, the downtrend started here on Friday, as we saw when price action tested this high at the 15,605, and since that time, price has been unable to break out of that structure, as we have a new lower high here to emphasize the strength of the sellers at this point in time. So if we are going to be acknowledging the momentum of the sellers here, we would like to connect the series of lower highs here to give us something to work with. And you know how we use our descending trend line in this community. As long as price remains below the descending trend line, we shall continue to look out for patterns and structures that supports the idea of selling these assets. Now, since price still remains below the descending trend line, there are chances that price could still come back, especially for those who missed out on this opportunity. Price could still come back into the trend line where the appearance of selling pressure, the inability of buyers to break out of that level will be all we need to confirm the downtrend continuation. Now, if price action does not go that far, instead, then I want to be looking out for selling opportunities at the breakdown of the 15,435 level. Remember, this level was the lowest point where price action has been in the last couple of days now. And in fact, we saw a little breakdown of the structure here to give us signs that sellers have the potential of breaking down that level. So at this point in time, I would like to see price take out all the buy positions here to give me confidence to join I'll add more sell position to my existing trade. Now, with this situation we have right here, we already have a breakdown happened here. Price is coming back into the structure. So I will advise that we have a sell stop order sitting below the 15,435 level to capitalize on a downtrend continuation. So let's see how price will play out at this point in time. Things are looking very bearish here. Let's continue to look out for selling opportunities. However, in as much as we're looking out for selling opportunities here, we cannot ignore the potentials of buyers too. And considering the buy pressure we have around the 15,435, and of course you can see we've been noticing some buy pressure here again. So will this area around the 15,435 level turn out to be a platform that will incite another wave of bullish momentum this week? Well, we don't know yet, but we shall be listening to the current market structure. Now, for me to consider buying the USTEC 100 today or for this week, I would want to see price action break out of this descending trend line. Remember, this trend line has been supporting selling pressure as we have lower highs in that regard. So for me to buy here, I would want to see price break out of this trend line at some point in time, retest of structure confirming the strength of the buyers. Then we have multiple levels here that we can use to maximize the potential of this bullish move. So the only condition that will make us buy the USTEC 100 today is for us to see price action break out of that descending trend line. So these are my views here on the USTEC 100. It's quite a simple setup. Let's mark these levels out on our chart. The most important one right here is that descending trend line. And of course, let's have all these levels marked out accordingly as the breakout of the 15,475 could line up with that descending trend line to incite buying opportunities. So let's see how price action will be playing out from this area. So these are my views on the USTEC 100 for today. If you have any questions as regards to my explanation so far, feel free to let me know in the comment section.